moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Welcome everyone to the Moving to Oneness show. Today we have a special guest out of Germany with me here. It's Matthias, who has traveled the world to do a very beautiful ritual. And you're wondering what it is? It is planting a small tree that will bring peace to its surrounding, to the people that live close by, and as it grows, will spread it forward into the world and illuminate everything and everybody. Welcome, Matthias, to the Moving to Oneness show. How are you?
Thank you very much, and a warm welcome to everybody out there who's watching and listening, because we planned a radio interview, right? And
Yes.
it turned out to a recording, so maybe somehow somebody wants to see me too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we go with the flow, and often when things happen, we don't know why they happen, but it will unfold at a later moment, and sometimes we don't even need to know. And yes, somebody is desiring to see you.
Exactly, and that's what I'm really living right now in these very special times of change, of shift up, of raising the frequency of everything. Mother Earth is raising her frequency with the Schumann frequency. The frequency you can measure that it's changing. So the whole planet is changing. Our Mother Earth is changing, and we figured out, because we are working together with a lot of indigenous tribes from all over the world, which we are cooperating with them and planting peace trees together in very special ceremonies. They sent a couple of mamos, which are the priests of a very old ancient tribe in the Sierra Nevada in Colombia. They got full developed third eyes, like pineal glands, and so they have a kind of a view. And they are right now doing rituals, because they are the keepers of the heart of Mother Earth.
Oh, beautiful.
And we are working together with them very closely. And they sent two younger mamos last year to us, and with the message that the whole Peace Tree Network we planted on Mother Earth, which is not a big number, it's about around 77 peace trees we planted right now, but all over the world and in large ceremonies with 50, 100, 150, 200 people. And together with them, we created a very special new network. If I speak together with them, with the indigenous people and with the spirit of the trees. And this is a new network around the globe, around our Mother Earth, which is helping her like acupuncture needles would explain it in a very best way. If we can come to that knowledge, to that very old knowledge of all the indigenous tribes, that Mother Earth is a living planet, that she is our mother, which we are connected directly. And so their message was, keep on planting your peace trees,
Yeah.
because we heard from our communicating with the heart of Mother Earth that she really loves it. She
Oh,
really, really
yeah.
loves it. She not just only she loves it, but um, she can really heal out of this, because you're remembering what you are here for, which is keeping Mother Earth alive and become the keepers again of Mother Earth, you know. And the indigenous tribes and the wisdom keepers and the grandmothers all over the world, we are collaborating. Everybody says the same, you know. We have to give back something to Mother Earth. We can't just always grab what we need without saying thank you. We got to fulfill the sacred circles.
Mhm.
And for that, when we receive life, for example, we plant a tree. And the Waitaha from New Zealand, which we are also very close, we were 6 weeks together with Billy TK Senior, which is the peace ambassador of New Zealand. We were 6 weeks together with him on a tour from the North Island to the South Island, and planted several peace trees there, also one for the whales, because they lost their orientation
Yeah.
because of the grid, and the magnetic field of the Earth is like changing, also their
Shifting,
frequency,
yeah.
and they are orientating themselves with that frequencies, what we know. And they have a very old story. These are from the peace people of the Waitaha. These are the keepers of the waters of Mother Earth. And they had that old story that a whale is connected with a certain family of trees. And so we
Oh,
planted a kauri tree where the whales can orientate themselves. So, and after that, I got a message after 1 year that there are not so many dolphins and whales stranding anymore like before.
oh,
So
fantastic.
we can see that we have an impact. And right now we see that a little virus, no matter if it's man-made or if it's natural or whatever, you know, I don't want to get into that discussion, because you have always then the right and wrongs, and you know,
Hmm.
because we are talking about oneness. Oneness is when you leave your judgments away, you know. Like you can everybody can, you can give the right to be right because they are from their perspective and from their consciousness, you know. So you don't have to go into this fighting anymore, and you can also have peace with that. Yeah. And yeah, and so the mammals came and said, keep on planting your peace trees, because Mother Earth helps. It helps Mother Earth for her own healing, like what I mentioned with it, acupuncture needles and this new grid um, we are planting all over Mother Earth. And so out of that, it was also in a radio interview here in my little uh, light fire tower in my garden. We had a radio interview, and somebody was asking of that public uh, listeners, and somebody was asking, what can I do? What can I do to help, you know, to help Mother Earth thriving and healing? And they said, yeah, plant a tree like the peace tree family is planting. You know, we are not like just digging a hole and putting the tree in and leave it alone. We had given a certain ceremony, because we had that vision out of the Sundance in 2009. We received this vision. My wife Isabella on the woman's side dancing, me on the man's side dancing, and we were not allowed to communicate. And in the first Sundance 4 years ago, in 2005, I got connected with my spirit guide, which is the white buffalo calf woman. And she's a very very famous with the indigenous tribes in Northern America, because she brought the peace pipe to their people, which is still existing, and got moved on from family to family. So this pipe is still existing, and stands for peace on Mother Earth. And she came into my vision on the very first Sundance, and on the third Sundance she gave us that vision for planting peace trees all over the world. And I was not allowed to communicate with my wife just after that 4 days when the Sundance was over. And she said, "Oh my God, I received a powerful vision." And I said, "Yeah, me too. What was it?" "Yeah, planting a peace tree network all over the world."
This is fantastic. Too often, many of us get these impulses and get visions and hear or sense or get a thought what to do, and we hinder ourselves. We think, "Oh, who am I? I won't be able to change the world." And you're a very beautiful example of, no, you can. And I know a little bit about your history. So you and your wife, you started out and with your own funds, and first, very close, planting a tree here in Germany or there, then wherever you got invited to. But then even you manifested a dream, you materialized the funds to go with your family to New Zealand, and to plant and to get to meet people and to build up this network. Later, you have to tell about the beautiful movie you filmed. You went to North America. You did planted there a peace tree. You came to Berlin when we were doing the peace march, Margaret and I. And you came and planted a tree so it could materialize even better. Bringing in allies. So as I'm a landscape architect, nature is part of me since I'm a little girl. Wherever I live, there are a lot of trees, big trees. Yeah, and there is a support, there is a grounding, and there is you said so beautiful, a web. And the more everyone goes into connection with a tree, right, the more we can bring that wisdom, that ancient wisdom that these trees still carry, connect to it, bring it into our lives. But what I think is really important, and I think it's neglected too often, everyone, your wisdom is important as well. You are a fantastic being here for a purpose. You're not just a person living and breathing air. Delve in deep and pull out why you're here. And now this time is a magical time to dig a little deeper and bring out more of it, and start with your vision. The small, if it's tiny, right, as you said so beautifully, it has an impact that goes very far. And in our group, Moving to Oneness Facebook group, everyone, if you are interested, join us there. You also can always bring in questions for healing or sound healing in our interviews. And Amanda had a question for you there, Matthias. She wants to know, what is a peace tree?
Yeah, a great question. Because when we reached out to the people, everybody was asking us that question: why a peace tree? What is a peace tree? Isn't every tree in peace? So every tree is a peace tree, or can be a peace tree. And the vision which we received um, was about co-creation. I sometimes, when I have people which are just stepped on the spiritual path or never heard about it, probably what the spiritual journey is. I um, I often help myself explaining it to the people by movies, and so I love, for example, the Hobbits,
Yeah.
and I think in this second or third part of Lord of the Rings, the trees are waking up
Mhm.
and can move and helping the hobbits to win,
Yes.
against the darkness. So very, very often I felt like the same, like I can communicate with trees, and since my childhood, and so they are kind of like telling us that everything is love, and that we are love, and that we can awaken in that state by reconnecting ourselves into a oneness feeling with that tree, or
Mhm.
with the tree network. And what we are doing is, in that special ceremony where we invite the 7 directions. Some of us might not have heard about 7 directions, because we have 4 wind directions, all right? And we invite the heart of Mother Earth,
Mhm.
and we invite Father Sky as a greater spirit overall us, and we invite the 7th direction. What do you think is the 7th direction?
Probably a person. The center from where it goes from me, where it goes out from, or you, or
Exactly.
Mhm.
It's the highest power in the whole universe. It's love. So we invite that love, and from the 5th direction, from the heart of Mother Earth, she's like returning our love, which we sent to her. Like she put us in a light bowl, you know. And when we call upon Father Sky and the greatest spirit, a light bowl is coming down,
Mhm.
and they marry. So the female principle and the male principle are marrying each other, and we're sitting in a big ball of light. This
Beautiful.
light we extending, and I will record one of those meditations for you. So which I do anyway in German, and I can do it also as well in English, and will send it to you. So this can spread out into the world about our fantastic techniques here.
Wonderful.
And
That was a beautiful gift. Thank you.
yeah, and so everybody can connect with that peace tree network, which is already established,
Mhm.
which is stable, which is working, and which is helping you to get on another level. And that what we heard, what we helped Mother Earth through the plantings in co-creation with the spirits of the tree. And then there's a lot more. We're putting crystals which are like prayed with, and blessed crystals for that special tree we put under the roots.
Mhm.
Sometimes, if somebody around has received life as a baby, we used the very ancient knowledge of our own people, which were the Celtic, which were always giving back something to Mother Earth as a gratitude. Thanks, Mother Earth, that we received life. We give you back the mother cake. I think is it the right
I
English
don't
word?
know. It sounds perfect.
And we put it down the tree. So
Yeah.
this little children has a tree
Yeah.
for his life, you know,
Yeah.
and that's a big protection, and that's a big blessing, and that's a big reconnection for the child with the tree. And the Waitaha, they were very special, and we received a lot of knowledge from them. We were touring with the peace ambassador, so it was a big 6 weeks tour. And we had this special Punamu, which led the Waitahas from the Easter Islands to New Zealand. That's their sacred stone. Um, uh, with them, they carved their boats out. That's why this little
Yeah, I can see the indentation or where it gets narrower at the edge. Yeah.
right. And so they are keepers of that big Punamus, like big babies.
Mm-hmm.
They are big like this, you know, and they are talking to that keepers. The stone is talking to that keepers, and they have very, very, very ancient knowledge also about trees.
Yeah.
So they have not like graveyards. They have woods. They have holy, sacred woods, because they are for seers in their tribes hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago, and the Waitaha are connected directly to Lemuria, and still have that knowledge from Lemuria. And therefore, seers can see, similar like the Mamos, when a soul is coming in.
Mm.
And when a wife is getting pregnant, so they can see this, and they are planting the tree already before the child is getting on earth, because they have that knowledge that the soul needs a tree to incarnate on earth. So that's why in that ancient knowledge of the Waitahas, and of course not many people are following it, but there are still a lot of people left who are following that knowledge. They have that trees for their people, their whole life connected.
Oh, this is fantastic. So there's something good that you're bringing that information, this knowledge, these experiences, right? Because you've experienced it to us here in Germany, to wherever you are in the world, in the US, you were Burma, many places, and you have 2 children yourself, and you've planted for both children, I bet, a tree, right? And what I really like when I didn't know you so well when I saw your movie at that time, but what I was fascinated about was during the ceremony, you had children and everyone was dressed beautifully, and there was a liveliness and a serenity and a celebratory feeling with it. And I love that. I love that we include and that you include children. I miss that a lot, that it's very separated. And I believe very strongly every child, doesn't matter how small they are, brings already fascinating information, fascinating movements. We as adults may not understand what the newness is within a child that they're bringing, right? We can also learn from our children. And yeah, I love seeing that. And yeah, tell me about your movie. I know you were even in Los Angeles getting an award. You can share about that.
Thank you so much. It's an amazing trip we are on. And first of all, I would like to mention that at the beginning, when we received that vision, it really seemed too big for us. And I was like, okay, creator, thank you for that big vision, but it seems too big for me. And I don't have a clue how I can bring that on earth. I feel too little to carry such a big vision. And I said that, like Jesus did, I guess, uh, may this glass go by, and maybe you find somebody else who has the money, who has the power, who is not becoming a family daddy,
Yeah.
who is free for that big vision. And yeah, we followed the um, yeah, what my medicine man was teaching me. He said, whenever you feel insecure about visions, you can ask for signs. You know.
Good.
And so I asked for a sign, and we received such a strong sign from that communication with Mother Earth in the Sundance.
Mhm.
And before I was feeling weak, it's like very, very hot. Sun was at noon in the middle of the Sundance tree, and there was no cloud, and it was so hot, and I couldn't get rid of the heat, and I blacked out, and they carried me in the medicine teepee and put some ice on me, and I came back, and in that time I had that vision. Um, and so I was asking for a sign if that vision is meant to be, and meant to be through me, and so we got out again in the Sundance, and I was totally refreshed. I felt brand new, like more powerful than ever before, and I
Yes.
was dancing, and I saw how the spirits are going in the tree, through the core of Mother Earth, around Mother Earth, and having this torus field,
Mhm.
very, very powerful, also for healing, this frequencies and energies. And all of a sudden, the sign came, and it was a big, huge, large sunbow around the sun. Not like a rainbow like this, but around the sun, there was a big donut of bright light, rainbow colors,
Mm.
and not just for minutes, but for hours. And we were all dancing like this and had a stiff neck after. And
I
even the
bet.
natives never saw this. And I told the story of a couple of times, and people said, "Oh my God! In what year was this?" And I said, "Yeah, it was 2009, summer solstice, Um, and he said, "Yeah, I was in Denmark and saw it too, and I was there and saw it too." And yeah, you mean that big circle around the sun? Yeah, yeah. And yeah, it's fascinating how nature, the universe, Mother Earth is communicating. I could tell you so many stories what happened, because when we invite that seven directions and opening this very sacred room, which we enlarge around the whole earth and into the universe, we are connected with everything. And
Mm.
so also um, um, inside and outside, and outside and inside is melting together. Also universal laws are melting together, and then you can immediately understand what Rumi said, between light and dark, between good and bad, between uh, high and down, and whatever, between all this paradoxines.
Mhm.
Is that right? Paradox. I don't
Paradox, or the
know.
one. Why is it now this way and not the other? Yeah.
There's a room where I gonna meet you, and this is a room what we are creating with every peace tree planting. And that's why the mamos said in that movie, and now I'm getting with the rainbow to your questions.
Mhm.
uh, what the mamos said in that movie is that we are not just planting this peace tree in the core, in the heart of Mother Earth, through that very special ceremony, but we are also planting it into every participant who is planting that peace tree with us. And in the beginning, some people felt it, not everybody felt it. It depended where everybody stands in his own development and if people can feel and things. But now, after 8 years planting, it became so strong, that network, that almost everybody can feel this.
Wow.
And people are
Fantastic.
getting out of this ceremony totally changed.
Hmm.
In a 1 hour ceremony, some said, oh, I received my personal plan for my life in that hour. And most of the people are deeply touched because they can feel the peace tree in their hearts. We also digging a hole in the heart before, because there needs a new space in the heart.
Yeah.
And we are digging this with a very wonderful ritual from our Hawaiian brothers and sisters there, with the Ho'oponopono. We included this in the peace tree ceremony. We are digging that hole into our hearts by forgiving everything and everybody in our lives. This opens a new spot in our heart where the peace tree can grow his roots into.
Ah. And then sit up straighter a little bit and show the audience we can see, and I'll describe it for people that are just listening. So he has a circle on his chest. That's a design he did, and it's 2 trees coming together, and kissing each other, embracing each other. And you have a top spreading out are the branches, and in the bottom all the roots, and then the outside you have several lines that they come together and bring together. So this is the beautiful circle of life, you could say. It's a very ancient symbol for shamanism. You can find it in many cultures. And I think that was also so beautiful what I heard out of you speaking about what you include into your rituals. Is very encompassing, bringing together all different cultures and
Religions.
ways of how they hold ritual, because in a way we all go for the same, right? And you unify it, and
Right.
the unification is so important. And again, everyone, do start and do know that you're never ever alone. Doesn't matter where you are or what you do. If you're really sad or you're happy, know you're never ever alone. Feel what is there around you. Just look into the sky if you can, if it's the sun or the blueness, or into the stars at night. Feel what is below you, of what is growing, moving, right, left, right. It's unending. And then invite, do not hold back to invite people to listen first to your ideas, to your visions, and invite them to come along and to do these things together, because it's more fun, right?
Yeah.
And even Matthias, you don't know that, but when we started out thinking about moving to oneness, first Denise and I said, let's do something together because it's more fun, right? We don't have to do it alone. First, it was a Facebook group where we would hold sound celebrations to raise each other's vibration and others people's vibration. And then suddenly came the podcast out of it. And they're the nice part. Once she does it, me, and it doesn't matter. It's an easiness, it's a flowingness, because for me, what is important, I can just lean back and I said, oh, if it doesn't work, she does it. Or I'm not so good here, but she is good in that part. And making that decision is very liberating. So everyone, do create a community for yourself. Reach out. And with Matthias, even here, you have a wonderful man with a great vision. You can even invite him wherever you are in the world. He'll find a way to plant a tree with you, or maybe you join him wherever he's gonna plant one. Matthias, what is a good website, or how can people reach you?
Yeah, you can reach us on peacetree.earth. It's For that, we are still looking for wonderful people who are supporting us by translating it into many languages.
Uh-huh.
So unfortunately, right now it's just in German. But you can see our movie, which won 8 international film prizes, 3 of them in Hollywood. I
Yeah.
made Hollywood out of it,
Yeah,
and
fantastic.
now it's getting cleansed anyway. Maybe it becomes Hollywood. So we leave one L away with all that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this, but yeah, we are. What I wanted to say is that we are reaching out now also for becoming this worldwide movement for peace, and we invite, yeah, ritual people who are common into holding sacred spaces in rituals for helping us to reach our new aim, which is 1 million peace trees on earth. Because the mamos said, if everybody on earth would plant a peace tree like you are planting it and we are planting it, because they found out that we are doing it in a very, very similar way, um, like they have from that very ancient old teachings they received from family to family, from generation to generation, and they found hope when they saw like Western people like we are planting trees in the same sacredness like
Mm.
they are doing, and so right now we are into developing a book which is called how to plant a peace tree, and we are reaching out for people which we can teach and initiate into that special ceremony,
Yeah.
so they can plant trees in their countries, because right now we are not allowed to travel anymore, and we as a little family with my 2 little kids, um, we can't travel so much anymore, and but also we are still open for invitations, and but we with our family we're doing like very, very big ceremonies,
Mhm.
which this year we are asked for 3 peace trees in Switzerland, which is going to be the first peace trees in Switzerland, which is a neighborhood in the neighborhood on us, because we are living on very close to the Lake Constance, which is connecting Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. And
Congratulations. Mhm.
yes, and yeah, we didn't plant the second tree for Siam, which is our youngest boy with 3.5 years. The placenta, now I have the
Yeah,
word,
yeah,
the
that's yeah, Matthias.
mother
That's
cake, is still in the fridge, because I had the vision to plant on our new own place.
piece of land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now we are living on a wonderful piece of land, but we found a place which with an own spring and very large, where we can plant a lot of peace trees, and also we are dreaming about a geodesic dome as a garden peace tree school planting
Like a
house
nursery where you
nursery.
tree
I was
nursery.
missing. We are playing music, very good music the whole day. They're getting the best
Yeah, people
nutrition,
sing to
and
them, I bet.
and we
It
are
would
singing
give
to
energy,
them.
yes.
Yes, of course. And then we want to put them all around the world. And I just got a. We have a close friend together, which is Dancing Thunder, and
Yeah.
he called me a couple of weeks ago from Florida and said he had a dream about me and about Peace Tree, and he said, what about all that people which are living in flats in big cities? How can you connect them with your trees? And I received in that dream that we are also giving out like those little beautiful but also old bonsai trees,
Yeah.
which we wanna bring to the people, because right now people having fear, they don't know how their life will develop. Many of them are in a very unsecure, unstable situation right now, and a lot of people um, are reaching out and looking for anchors, like for getting grounded again, like, and also moving their views to the inside now when the outside is breaking away for them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this is that very deep um yeah dimension door we are going through right now in that golden age, and this is in the heart. And yeah, because as you said, I was traveling also to Burma following my dreams, because I'm a lucid dreamer since my childhood, and getting all this informations, a lot of information through dream time. I met the mamos before in dream time. After that, I met them in this reality,
Mm-hmm.
and my 3 white wolves I met before in Dreamtime, then life, and also the monks in Burma, which are having and holding the sacred knowledge of the stone of wisdom.
Right. You're a big wisdom carrier.
Yeah,
Seeker, I think you're done. You don't even seek it. All
I never.
comes to you. And
Yeah,
wisdom is, trees are really hold this ancient wisdom, as I said before. In many cultures, we speak about trees. While you were speaking, I had this vision. I remember, if everyone observe where the birds sit, they sit on top of trees. They prefer, and it's like an antenna. The energy just goes up. And so touch sometimes a shrub or a small tree to feel that energy, right? Or you can lean against it. But if that other energy that goes, this light is up, goes up, connect to that. And what can you do at home? If you have a house with a garden and you plant a tree with your family, if you're 2, 3, plant a tree by yourself. Put crystals in. Or another idea I love to do, you were speaking about pulling in, connecting, working together with the 7 directions. Create something in your home. I have, by chance, 4 big trees in each wind direction. I brought a crystal to it, and I have one in the center of my house. So I did my own little ritual place. And maybe you have a place in the garden, or if you live in the city, as Matthias and Chief Dancing Thunder spoke about, then maybe there's a spot you love to go to and create a little grid, or plant a little tree and let it grow big. Yeah, I remember, and one vision, I remember when I was a student living in Atlanta, and there was an alumni who had gone out, and every, I think, first Saturday in the month, he would plant trees that he would into the center of Atlanta. Because when he started, there were not many trees, and over time it became greener and greener, because it adds up, everyone. Every tree adds up. So give yourself the gift of planting a peace tree and be part of bringing all of us peace. Would you say so, Matthias?
yes, of course. And yeah, if you want to do this in connection with us, as we're carrying this vision, I encourage you to get in contact with us. We created a little planting set, and we give you all that instructions, and
There,
you can,
everyone.
it's like a red line, you can
Yeah.
follow, and then you can put in your own songs and whatever you like to put in this ceremony, but that you have the red line to do it. and connect with us. And please send us, if you want, please send us the how do you say, the place where you planned it. Like you can check it out with every handy, you know, when you stand it, you see that place, and then we can put it into our map of peace trees all over the world. And I always in my visions see that map growing,
Beautiful.
growing, right?
Yeah. See, everyone, he's making it so easy. And I think that is what is, as we come together, everything becomes easier and lighter to do, and you feel that connection. So thank you very, very much, Matthias, to be in with us here on the Moving to Oneness show. And because this is a video, everyone, we did start a YouTube Moving to Oneness YouTube channel. And because I didn't have a name, subscribe, everyone. So we have these 100 subscribers, so we can call it Moving to Oneness. I would love that. There also, it's the easiest place and to put all that information Matthias will give me and has already given me, and you can read up and pull out that information there as well as on our website, Moving to Oneness. So thank you very much, Matthias. Again, keep on planting, keep on holding that vision, keep on bringing all these beautiful wisdom cultures together and changing our world to the better and to the more beautiful.
Thank you so much. And I want to invite everybody to our big international foundation, which we're going to found in October on a very, very beautiful place where we planted last year already the first peace tree. It's the biggest cultural arts center created by the famous artist Friedensreich Hundertwasser in Austria. And we will have like 88 founders with us. And if you feel a resonation in your heart about that vision, because we're going to extend it now to this 1 million peace trees. We need a lot of money to do that, and we need some co-founders to get the big foundation going. And we're going to extend this vision for saving the living rooms of old trees, of ancient trees, because this is the lung of our earth, you know. And we are extending the vision for saving the living areas of indigenous people by buying the land back for them.
Oh, good.
They are holding very important rooms for us and for Mother Earth, which most of us are not able to do that because we are lacking the knowledge which we want to bring back with our Peace Tree University. So this will happen from the 9th to the 11th of October there. We're going to plant a peace tree there, of course, and there's a big gala show going on Saturday. We're all dressing up beautifully in white. And so feel welcome, get in contact with us on m.walter@friedensbaum.de. I will send you my email, and you can get in contact directly with me to receive an invitation. We have already made a wonderful booklet. The Peace Tree Ambassador will come, Billy T.K. Sr., he will come. This is my beautiful wife. We planned last year and made a little art piece there on the 7th of 2019. And we will continue to do the good work there. And thank you so much for your time, for your attention. And
wonderful, wonderful, beautiful vision. Keep on moving, everyone. Do start, plant a tree, connect with Matthias, touch a tree, whatever feelings come up in you, act on them. Please act on them. Act on them. Thank you, everyone.
I
Goodbye.
always end with the greeting, Aho mitakuye yasen. We are all related.
Ah, how
Thank
is
you so
that?
much.
Beautiful.
Bye
Kisses
bye.
to everyone. Bye bye,
And
Matthias.
this was my first interview in native
English?
in English. Yeah, in English.
Ah, wonderful. Two Germans speaking in English, but the world is big and one of the languages it's rather easy is English.
So for me, it's a big sign that it's reaching out now to the whole world. Yeah. So thank you very much for your invitation, and big hug for you, my heart sister, and big hug for everybody out there. And yeah, keep on going on that spirit path, because this is the ancient prophecy we heard from the Hopis, that in our time of where Mother Earth is cleansing herself, we will reach two ways, and the left way is the material way, and the right way is the spiritual path. So I can really encourage everybody to go on that path with us. Thank you so much.